Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our social studies class. Please grab your student's book and your workbook with you and also prepare a pencils. We are going to go back to tax and trade and talk a lot of things about it before we are going to answer your workbook. So everybody, turn your student book on page 77 and please listen to the next video. So last time we already talked about tax and trade, and now we are going to go back again and then talk something about it, and then we are going to answer your workbook. So we have here tax is the money. Okay, the government take from people that work every day should pay tax. So tax sometimes added from any kind of thing. If you go to Big C, there's a value added tax in each products. If you go anywhere in the store, you pay taxes by the products. And if you have things from outside the country, the moment it come here in Thailand, you still need to pay tax. And if you wanted to buy a car, if you wanted to buy a house, you wanted to buy land, you also need to pay tax. And even when you are working in a very low cost of your salary, you still need to pay tax. That's part of the government's rules. So why? Because of this. We pay tax so that they can build. So we pay tax so that they can build, the government can build schools, hospitals, and then there's someone who will going to collect your garbage. So every morning, sometimes Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, you will see a truck that taking out your trash from your trash bins. So that's from the government. We pay that money that they are using for trucks and for paying people by working. That's from our taxes, and also by making roads. So not just like this one. We have schools, we have hospitals, we have rubbish collections, roads, bridge, and train railways. That is always from the government. That's from our taxes. And even if they would like to have submarines, that's still from our taxes. Or even they were going to have satellites, as long as it's a projects from the government, that money comes from our taxes. So let's go here. So you have this receipt. So you go, for example, this one is some Super Sabang Yai. So you have tax invoice. So this one is a receipt. This one, you read it as a receipt. So sometimes you go to Big C and you go to Tesco and 7-Eleven, you can get a receipt. And then sometimes they have this word. So here I know for sure it was written in Thai, but in English, sometimes anywhere around the world you can see VAT. So that means value added tax. That's a tax that was added into your goods that you are buying. So it is collected every time if you buy clothes. So you can ask your parents what is tax if they are paying, so they can explain this to you. So right now we have trade. So last time you having a problem about understanding trade, right? So trade, when we are going to call about trade, so when one country sends its product to another country, this is called trade. Okay, example. You wanted to have blueberries. You wanted to eat blueberries, but it's so impossible sometimes for Southeast Asia to grow blueberries. So we need it from Europe or from America. And so we use trading of products. They can ship products from Europe and America. They can ship from here. And then Thailand can also ship foods from there like bananas, rice, and some other spices. So that's what we call trading. So here are some products, some Thai products in supermarkets around the world. This is because of trade. So in there, it's very unlikable to grow plants like what we have. So actually, Thailand or some other Southeast Asian countries, we are very bounty about food and about fruits. We are abundant. It means to say we have many. Except in Europe, maybe they only have apples and oranges, grapes and berries. But usually, that's why when berries comes to Thailand, they are very very expensive, because it means to say it is a trade. It is from other countries. So if the products is from the other countries, the cost is very very expensive. So it's also the same from us in here. In here, our pineapple maybe is very very cheap, and also longan and our the rambutan or whatever. And then the moment that it goes to Europe, it's really expensive. So it's a bit shock also for me when I saw their pineapple is so expensive, because I can just pick up anywhere in the Philippines, but then there it's very expensive. So that's what we call trade. So we also have what we call national trade. So this one, trade, in the meaning of trade, is like one country ships other products from the other countries. So that's what we call trade, and we need that to make money. And so that we can make money, so our economy is also growing. So that's why we need trade. So let's go to your workbook. So I already have it in here. Oops. Maybe you will see the... So here, there's a question workbook on page 65. So what is a place that helps so many people? So you need to think about a place that helps a lot of people, like sick people. What do you think is that place? So, okay, others might correct about what you're thinking. So it's a hospital. So you need to write down hospital. Hospital help a lot of sick people, right? So our government build a government hospital. For example, we have here Pratham Cloud. So if you are a Thai citizen, you're just going to show your IDs, and then if you have some just common illness that you have, then you don't pay anything, because it's from the government. So if you have some insurance, if you are a government worker, then if you will go to the hospital, you don't need to pay anything. Or if you will pay, you pay less, very less amount. So we have here number 1, tax. Okay, here. People that work pay tax to make things in the country better. Look at the picture below. Are they for all the people or a few people? So here. So you are going to put check. So for example, a house. Is that for all people? No, right? You are not going to let a stranger sleep on your own bed. So that's not for all people. So we also have a road here. And yes, we put a check mark because all people can use that road. Nobody says that, okay, this road is closed, it's only for Kong. So nobody says that in there, right? So there's Oppo people, so you need to check. And then government schools. So of course, everyone can go to government schools, because that's why they call government. So you need to put check mark. For example, bicycle. So is it for all? Or it's only for you, or for the family, or for your friends? Okay. Then footbridge. You put check mark. Everyone can use it. Nobody says it's only for Muji, right? And then government hospital. Okay. So the next page will be your activity. So I will write it down after this video. Okay, that's all for today, student. Bye. So for your homework, please answer page 66 and 67 on your workbook. That's all for today, student. Thank you. Bye bye.